Namaste, I am the Queen of Cups Montreal. This week's reading features the Light Seer's Tarot and will explore the expected energies for the month of October, what to embrace, release, and uphold for the month ahead. At this point, I invite you to pick the deck or crystal which resonates strongest for you. In the video description, you will find links for my spiritual services, my Etsy store for healing crystals, and my social media. You will also find timestamps for your chosen reading, which you can use to navigate the video. Thank you for joining me. Please like and share. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications for future readings. As always, love all and harm none. This includes yourself. Namaste, Calcite group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is your reading for the month ahead. To tap into the energy of the month, what to release, what to embrace, what you can work with, what to expect, all those good things. So position number 1 is the energy of the month. Okay, here we have the 10 of Cups. So I feel like 2020 has been a challenge, to say the least. It's been a learning curve for sure for a lot of people in a lot of different ways. So here we have October for the Calcite group, looking a lot of happier, more fulfilling, more balanced, a little bit more time for joy. Perhaps as summer leaves us, we can celebrate the fall a little bit more. If you're a PSL kind of person, or just to spend time with the family, as the chaos and the fear a little bit of the summer and the spring leaves us. Position number 2 is something that you can stand to release. What can you release in the month of October? Here we have the 10 of Swords. Leave behind, as I mentioned, the tension, the pain, the strife. Leave behind the hurt, the loss, the frustration. I mean, a lot of people have had positive 2020s. A lot of people have run the gamut this year. So whatever it is, if it's this year or just heartache or old stuff, it's time to release the pain, the tension, the pressure. Chronic stress is a heavy burden to bear, and it's become so commonplace in our world. We can sometimes forget what it's like to be on neutral or at peace. Position number 3 is something to embrace for the month of October. Something to look forward to, embrace, welcome, some positive aspects that you can look forward to and just welcome with arms wide open. Here we have the 6 of Pentacles. So this is about a dynamic of balance, working together, change. I feel like there's a changing factor going on where you're going to be feeling a little bit more in balance and more aligned. I feel like there's an aspect of growth, but it's after the chaos of the 5, we're regaining the balance of the 6. So this is about stability with a little bit of growth and abundance. So expect new opportunities. Could be a blessing or a gift that's not expected. We're going to clarify as we need to at the end of the reading. Position number 4 is some aspect of yourself or your life that you've neglected. What could you use a little bit more of? So here we have the King of Swords, and I feel like it's about embracing your consciousness, your higher consciousness. I feel like you've been maybe down with the stress and the worry, and I feel like here we have this adventurer that has elevated position because he has elevated thoughts and elevated consciousness. So it's about shaking loose those negative cobwebs and heavy energy and negative thought patterns that maybe have added up throughout the year or throughout the month of September. It's about raising your consciousness and gaining a higher perspective. And position number 5 is what you can expect, something good to look forward to. So here, it's something to embrace, it's something to welcome, change, a little bit of growth. So here we're going to look at, in position number 5, what you can look forward to, a highlight. Here we have strength. And I feel like what you can look forward to is really, as you embrace the fulfillment of the month, let go of the negative thought processes and stagnant energy, embrace the change for the better, and clear your head and gaining an elevated perspective. I feel like you'll feel stronger, more balanced, more in control. So that's definitely something to look forward to. Finally, what is a message from Spirit for the month ahead? Could be a mantra, an affirmation, or an objective. What is a message that Spirit wants to give you for the month of October, letting you, that will carry you through or guide your progression? Here we have the Page of Cups. So it's about being able to move forward in new emotions and new sense of self, a new sense of being. It's about bringing all aspects of you together. It's about coming together and celebrating the fulfillment and the miracle of what you are, who you are. I feel like here you see the little pigs flying in the upper right hand corner, and it's definitely about celebrating who you are, the majesty of who you are, bringing all those little pieces together. The things that you dreamt about or longed for are coming together now. So it's a deeply spiritual, emotional resonance, but it's opportunity as well and potential. So let's clarify. I feel like the 10 of Cups in position number 1 is pretty clear. 10 of Swords in 2 is pretty clear. Let's see what this new opportunity or advancement or growth in position number 3 is all about. Here we have the 10 of Wands. You're setting out, making new movements, new growth. You're on a different journey, on a different path. So I feel like while it won't resonate with everyone, there's a new beginning coming, I feel, for the Calcite group that'll be about taking what you've learned and what you've already gained and taking it to the next level. I also want to see what this Page of Cups is doing here. He's an interesting character in terms of your message from Spirit. And here we have the Chariot. So I believe it's about that adventuresome side, believing in the impossible, a miraculous energy that you can embrace, being able to move forward and manifest or adapt as things come and as life comes at you. You're in the driver's seat now. September may have been a little bit difficult, but you can take a little bit more risks and dare to dream. So what crystal can we have for you? I feel like it's about embracing your strength and your power, and letting negativity go. For that, I want you to get some crystals for your earth chakra. This can be mahogany obsidian. It can be black tourmaline. It could even be something like hematite. Something to ground you and transmute, which will bring strengthening your earth chakra, which will bring strength, courage, clarity, and positivity. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I hope you received it today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste, Clear Quartz group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is about the month of October. What's the overall energy of the month, what to release, what to embrace, and a little message from Spirit letting you know how to keep moving forward. So position number 1 is the energy for the month ahead. It's about that vibe that you're going to pick up. So here we have the Page of Swords. I think it's about new ideas, fresh beginning, a budding clarity of mind, a budding inquisition or creativity, mental acuity, mental arousal and stimulation. I feel like it's about balancing the material with the ether or the element of air and spirit. So it's about taking flight. It's about taking flight and not having to have your feet on the ground the whole month. Maybe a little fantasy or creativity. something a little bit more indulgent for the senses, especially the mind. Position number 2 is something to release. And here we have the Five of Swords. So release worry and fear, nagging thoughts, things that eat away at you. You can release the feeling of hopelessness, like there's nothing you can do to help yourself or shake it off. 2020 was challenging for some, others view it as a learning lesson, and others have had a great time so far. This could be about your 2020, it could be about your September. So either way, you'll release the sense of futility, of hopelessness, and be able to push forward and clear your thoughts and clear your mind and not feel so chaotic and at a miss. Position number 3 is something to embrace. What can you embrace for the month of October? What can you welcome with open arms or spend a little bit more time nurturing? And here we have the Moon card. So it's about embracing your intuition, your emotional side, delving deep within the waters. It's still Libra season, so you might want to find some balance with the material and the spiritual, as position number 1 indicated. And you might want to find some spiritual harmony and unity with the divine. So it's definitely to embrace your emotional, spiritual side and elements and aspects. Position number 4 is something that you've neglected, something perhaps that you haven't given its due attention or time or energy. And we can't have everything on our dashboard at the same time. It's okay if something's been neglected, but this reading is an opportunity to focus more on it. And here we have the Page of Wands. Once again, there's this energy of letting go, of release, of being able to trust the process a little bit more and letting your spirit guide the way. When I say spirit, this could be passion, instinct, intuition. So there is a sense of letting go. And I feel like maybe you've been a little bit rigid with this mental chaos and mental strife of the Five of Swords. So it's about letting go a little bit. Position number 5 is something you can look forward to. A bit of good news for the month of October. Something to look forward to. Some abundance or blessing, a miracle. Here we have the Nine of Wands. So once again, this speaks of strength and development. It speaks of being able to find your grounding and feeling a lot more grounded and balanced. So that's something to look forward to. The fact that you find your personal power again and inner strength and personhood. And position number 5 is a message from Spirit for the month ahead. Could be, you could incorporate it into a mantra, an affirmation, an objective. So position number 6 is a message from Spirit. And here we have the Emperor. So it's interesting. Libra season is all about the divine feminine, but I feel like there's a little bit of power being called forward. Embrace the Emperor. Embrace your sense of adventure, of action, of will to go forward, and just kind of really embrace the power of momentum and movement and supercharge that sacral and root chakra. It's about manifesting yourself in the external world after being caught so much in like a heady space and maybe a more negative space and not really in touch with your emotions. So let me recommend a crystal for you. I feel like you want to, it's a fiery energy, so I feel like you may want to embrace some sunstone for the sacral chakra. That's about passion, creativity, instinct, letting yourself go free. You may also want to grab some carnelian for the sacral chakra to help fire up your place of emotion, of passion. It's also the home of the twin flame, creativity, for sensual experiences. I mean, like taste, touch, sight, smell, sound. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I hope you received it today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste, Sodalite group. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it every time you join me and come together so that we can unpack the spiritual wisdom for the week, or in this case, the month ahead. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is about the energy for the month of October. It's about what to release, what to embrace, what to focus on, what to look forward to, and a little message from Spirit at the end to keep you going through the month ahead, or you can use it as a mantra, turn it into a mantra, an affirmation, or an objective. So position number 1 is the energy of the month ahead, what to expect here. And here we have the 7 of Wands. So there's a solitude and a serenity. You connect to your higher self in a deeper way. I feel like there's this energy and intention to go within and to manifest the magic externally. So this is about your virtue. This is about your inner world. This is about your inner being. This is all about honoring yourself. So it may feel a little bit like solitude this month, but embrace it for the opportunity to go within. I believe we'll clarify this one at the end, because I think that could be a little helpful. I don't clarify all of them if I feel like the message is conveyed. If you want me to clarify all of them, leave a message in the comments below. The videos will be a bit longer, but I want you to get the most out of each reading. Position number 2 is something to release. And here we have the 2 of Swords. So you feel stuck between 2 options. You feel stuck between perhaps two negative options, or feeling caught in between, like I'm neither here nor there. It's neither up nor down. There's a bit of a stagnation or a feeling of being stuck. Let that go. Sometimes if this is a choice situation, you don't have to choose right away. Allow yourself to remove the blinders and see clearly before you move forward with a choice or move along a selected path. I feel like this reading is going to need some clarification. Position number 3 is what to embrace for the month ahead. What does October have for you that you should welcome with open arms? Here's the 8 of Swords, so that's interesting. I feel like it's a time of reflection on the negativity, so it's not so much a time of negativity in terms of the position of this card. It could be a time of reflecting on it and being removed from it, being objective and non-attached to the negativity that we saw in the position of the 2, so that you can get some spiritual growth and be able to put this behind you. Position number 4 is something you've neglected, something that you should find a little bit more time to focus on October, or may present itself to you naturally for October. Here we have the 7 of Pentacles. It's about development and growth, possibility, the future. So I feel like perhaps you've been so worried about, this looks like some past energy, or the negativity or negative thoughts, but I feel like there's some past energy here. Perhaps you've been so focused on that you haven't had time to nurture yourself in the future. So focus on what you can nourish, what you're building, what's your goal, what are you working for, why are you taking time to heal spiritually, where do you hope to be in a month, 2 months, a year. Position number 5 is something to look forward to for the month of October. Something, a little bit of good news, good fortune, blessing, or a miracle that you can look forward to as you're working through this emotional baggage and courting. 3 of Cups, I feel like you're going to spend time with those you love. Could even be spending time with Spirit or a romantic partner, but your heart's going to be full. I feel like your heart's going to be full, and this could mean new love for some of you. This could be reconnecting with friends for others. I feel like this is a card of companionship and togetherness, so that's something to look forward to, Sodalite group, that you will have some togetherness time, some love and affection and warmth. Position number 6 is a message from Spirit For the month ahead, you could turn it into a mantra, an affirmation, or just use it as an objective or a goal. Here we have the King of Wands. Embrace your own strength, embrace your own power, embrace your passion. I feel like this is about finding your inner strength and manifesting it in the world, radiate it all around you. You see this gentleman here, he's standing bold and strong and empowered, and the lion's kind of keeping its distance. So as I mentioned, it's interesting because I felt it was going to be a bit of a solitary month for you where you're working on inner stuff, but I feel like this is about, through doing that, honor your inner purpose, your passion, the fact that you're changing his little chameleon on his shirt, and honor the fact that you are becoming the person you are meant to be. You're aligning with the strength and the dynamic energy of the higher self. I said I would clarify. I do it when there's like some little unfinished details. So in this case, I am going to clarify the Seven of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the King of Wands. Seven of Wands here is the Devil, and I think that you're tempted from the outside. As I mentioned, it's going to be a solitary month, or it's best if you do treat it in a solitary manner to go within and work on yourself, because here we have the Devil card, and it's kind of tempting you to fall back into old patterns, old toxic cycles, or just be distracted by the day-to-day. If stress is your crutch, or your your Achilles tendon, don't revert back to that. So that's why I feel like it's a solitude time to get back centered and not be distracted by little things here and there. Two of Swords as something to release. I feel like it does have to do with choosing between one or the other, or feeling like you're making a blind choice, or being rocked with indecision. So here we have, once again, this juxtaposition. Embrace this juxtaposition. Instead of the Two of Swords energy where you feel like caught, embrace it as maybe the choice that you have to make is not mutually exclusive. Maybe they can live happily together. Maybe they can unite. Maybe it's time for one, which will let the old one pass away gradually. It doesn't have to be such an abrupt change, an abrupt shift, or a divisive choice. So once again, I feel like embrace the choice that you're facing, Sodalite group. Seems like you're facing a choice or a path. Embrace it as an opportunity and not as a loss. And then I wanted to clarify position number 8. Eight of Swords, position number 3, which is something to embrace. And it seems like there's this reflection of this inner entanglement and this inner courting. So here we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, I do feel like it's a time to let go of the turmoil and the pain and the difficulty inside, and really embrace the fulfillment, the worth, the abundance, the wealth of spirit that you have. Even as you're pulling away, know that you have something to look forward to in November, or at the other side of this solitary energy. And finally, the message from Spirit. I know this is the King of Wands. Wanted to elaborate a little bit more on what passion you'll be following, or what strength you'll be finding, that chameleon energy. And here we have the Four of Wands. So yeah, I feel like it's about freedom, opportunity, thinking outside the box, finding your own way. He's a lone traveler. It's about finding your own way and celebrating who you are, and celebrating your own path. And I think that ties to position number 2 about what you need to release. It doesn't have to be a black or white situation. All right, guys. So I feel like there's this call for strength, but I also feel like there's this call for emotional work first. And for that, I'm going to give you stones of transformation and emotional healing. So I'm going to recommend some Amazonite for the heart chakra and for change, some Labradorite to be able to change and grow. Once again, heart chakra energy, also crowned energy. And another stone of change and transition is Malachite. So I want you to be able to heal that heart space. The energy of position 2 and 3 of healing and be able to reflect on your pain through non-attachment in order to become the maker of your life and be able to exercise your free will. Malachite would be very helpful for that. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.